Let's talk about EtherChain. What is this thing? Now, it's pretty cool. These types of contracts have been around for a while, and I've kind of really just been testing them out recently, like within the past 6 months or so, because I was under the impression that you need to get tons and tons of referrals to get these things to work. So I did about 2 or 3 of them on my own. I never made a video about them, and I actually made profit. I made about like $20 from each of them from doing absolutely nothing. So to me, it tells me that, hey, while these things still do take a little bit of luck, a little bit of chance, you don't need to have referrals to win these things, but it does go a lot faster when you do. So let's talk about what EtherChain is. This one's actually a little different because it is pretty passive overall, but it can go a lot faster if you do, tell people about it. So it's the first 100% decentralized community fund. So let's just go over to what it is. Introduction is right here. It's peer-to-peer smart contract. And essentially what it's going to do is you can deposit Ethereum into here and you're going to receive 310% back through the methods of earning within this. Now that 310% can take 310 days if you do absolutely nothing, you'll get that back in 310 days should there be enough Ethereum in the contract, or you can make it go faster by doing the other 3 methods of earning. So let's go down to this. This is what you guys are most interested in. How does it work? So first of all, you enter EtherChain by depositing a minimum of 0.1 Ethereum into the fund. That's about $25. So then you're eligible to receive 310% back through a variety of means. So for example, if you put 1 Ethereum into EtherChain, you're going to be able to take out 3.1 before it stops, and you have to put something else back in if you want to. 310% ROI is returned in 4 different ways. 1 passive and 3 via marketing. All right, so if somebody else is getting returns faster than you, it's probably because they're doing the marketing and you're doing the passive, because it'll essentially return them their funds 4 times faster. But however, you can still do it completely passively. And like when you're comparing this to like altcoins, like a lot of the Uniswap altcoins, some of those can drop like 50% in a day or less than that. So with this, even though it lasts a lot longer, so you're lasting up to about 100 days minimum for this thing, generally these things last at least 60, 70 days. So the minimum that you or the maximum that you might lose is like 30% if everything goes terribly, terribly wrong with you. But that's probably not going to happen overall. So let's take a look at the 4 ways that you can earn. And when you get to that 310%, you must make a new deposit equal or greater to continue receiving from the fund. So way number 1 is 1% daily ROI from your deposit. So that's 100% passive. If you deposit 1 Ethereum, you're going to get back 0.1 Ethereum or 0.01, something like that. 0.1 Ethereum every single day for 100 days. And then you'll have ROI, and then you'll have 210 days left of getting that 0.1 Ethereum back every day. So it's 1% daily. Pretty simple. Number 2 is 10% direct referral commissions from sharing and growing the community fund. And I'll explain 2, 3, and 4 in a second. Number 3 is matching commissions on partners' daily ROI income. And number 4 is a daily top referrer pool. So let's just take a look at all of this. I explained this already. No matter what, you're getting 1% per day. If you don't understand what 1% per day is, I don't know how to help you. So the next one is direct commission. So we have a picture right here to help you understand that. Essentially, if you're referring people and you get one person that puts in 3 Ethereum, you're going to get 0.3 directly to you immediately that same day. Someone puts in 0.6, you're getting 0.6 directly to you. Someone puts in 0.1 Ethereum, you're getting 0.1 back directly to you. That's direct commission. If you refer somebody, you get a direct commission from that, up to 310%. Now, no matter what, if you're getting the 1% daily, or if you're getting the direct commission, or a mixture of any of these, as soon as you hit 310%, it stops. So there's not going to be like an overflow of one person just sucking up all the commission, sucking up all the Ethereum because they're really, really good at referring. No, they get the same deal as you at 310%. They need to start over just like you do. So if somebody's super good at getting commissions and they get 310% within 7 days, they have to start over in order to continue the platform. They're not going to keep sucking Ethereum out of the contract. Now, the next way is daily ROI commission. This is really cool too. So again, for you team builders out there, and I highly encourage you to try your best to build a team in here. It'll go a lot faster. What happens is you get 30% matching bonus on your first direct level referrals. So that means if somebody makes $100 in one day, which is a lot, but if somebody makes $100 in one day, you get $30 because that person is your number one generation, and same so on and so forth, going down the generations, down the levels. Your percents obviously decrease as you go down the level. So that's another way that you can get continued income from here. And then finally, this one doesn't pertain to probably anybody, including myself. This is daily top 5, daily top sponsored pool. So 5% of all the deposits go into this pool. 10% of that 5% gets allocated to 4 people every day, and 90% is rolled over to the next day. You guys can read that if you want to, but honestly, it probably doesn't pertain to any of you, including myself, because top 5 is pretty difficult to get with a lot of these type of platforms. Shows you how the deposit function works. There is a 1% admin fee here, so if you guys are concerned about that, that is there. And that basically covers everything. So you don't need any type of referrals to receive the 1% daily. That's a huge kind of attractor to me. That's one of the reasons why I don't talk about these platforms a lot, because a lot of people can't get referrals, period, and then they get really disappointed. So you can get the passive profits, and you can work on this over time. Now, again, I like these types of contracts because it shows, like, it's really the psychology of people. It shows growth over time, because if this thing's lasting upwards of 20, 40 days, the community keeps growing and keeps building on top of each other. Another contract that's similar to this, you guys can take a look at _𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 that's another one that's similar and is still growing today. If you guys are skeptical about how this can actually work, well, it's worked a lot of different times, and with big communities that build off of each other, it works even better. So that is EtherChain. Be sure to check it out. It's not for everybody. If you want to skip out on this, skip out on this. I know a lot of you guys like coins, you don't like platforms, you think they're scammy, but that's all on you. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm going to do whatever I want, and hopefully we can make a pretty big profit from here in EtherChain. Lastly, there is a Telegram group that I'm going to link you guys to in the description below to sign up for and start in that community. And finally, this thing doesn't launch until tomorrow, so I'm telling you guys this as early as possible, because you do get benefits from being one of the first people in here rather than joining later, because you can get people underneath you faster. So I think it's within 24 hours, probably less than that. The link will be in the description below. So just be on the lookout. Check back, I guess, at midnight or maybe sometime tomorrow, because it launches on the 9th, and right now it is the 8th. So that is everything for this video. Stick around for my next video.